It's like it's come true a beautiful dream. Only I hope you're not dreaming. So peaceful.
That's what makes this house perfect for us. It's so peaceful.
Lots of people, I think, are familiar with the film Arsenic and Old Lace. This is the play. The film was based on the play, and there are some changes. It's basically the same story, but there are some differences. I think the play is a little better. It's an American classic comedy about a family of an old family that lives in an old mansion in Brooklyn, New York. Well, the premise is, if you've seen the movie, of course you know this, that there are two aunts that live in this house who are involved in what they call a charity. Old men come looking for a room to rent. These men are homeless and have no family. And so the aunts do them a favor of giving them maybe a nice meal and afterwards a nice glass of wine. The glass of wine has been laced, however, with arsenic, cyanide, and just a pinch of strychnine, so that they then give these men a decent burial and see that they're all taken care of. That's the kind of aunts these ladies are. Very kind, very charitable, and very, very funny. The comedy comes in, everything's going fine in this house until their nephew finds out about it. He accidentally opens the window seat and there's a body in there. And so now what do? Turn your aunts in, or do you cover it up, or whatever? And then into the scene comes another brother who's been gone a long time, and he's a maniac and escaped from an asylum. And he decides that he's going to move into this place. And so the combination of the old aunts, the young nephew, and the crazy brother all mixing together is where the comedy comes from. Plus we have another brother who lives here who thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. And he is constantly charging San Juan Hill, yelling charge. And he goes to the basement and digs the Panama Canal. And so there's a strange combination of characters that make for a pretty funny evening.
My name's Aaron Drews. I play Mortimer. He's the nephew who is kind of like the sanest one of everyone in the household. I discover the body in the window seat at one point, and that kind of sends me into a tizzy that I have trouble getting back from before the end of the play. This is something that's a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of fun to see, to participate in. To work with such talented people makes doing something like this enjoyable. And just the writing of the script is so good. Just being able to take on this persona for a couple hours a night of somebody who is just so unlike who I really am is just a lot of fun and a joy to be a part of. And such a great technical staff in building the set and putting the lights up, and a great director in Mr. Rhodes, and like I said, a great cast of people around me to work with just makes this just such a treat for me to be able to be a part of something like this.
Tell me about timing in this. It must be...
Oh, timing is everything. Timing is everything in a show like this, because it's not just, the lines are written on the page for you, but the ants walking through the door as I have the window seat open to see the dead body, or going to the cellar where there might be another body and someone coming through the door, and trying to fit all that together. It comes from a good director, but also good actors who have that sense of how it all fits together and how to portray that person and fit into that moment. Because every play or movie or TV show or whatever you watch is made up of a series of moments. And that moment of comedy, if you don't have it timed just perfectly, it'll just be ruined and it won't be funny anymore.
I did the same role 16 years ago.
Here?
I love Martha. She's a joy to do. Unfortunately for me, it's a little easier to play the old part than it was 16 years ago. But Martha is just a sweet old lady. And what she does is she just does something, a mercy for people.
She thinks she's doing good.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And what makes this character fun?
Just the idea of how crazy she is, but she doesn't know it. And her sister and she are of one of a kind, and love each other and both feel that what we're doing is such a good thing that we're happy doing it, and can't see why our nephew thinks it's wrong.
Now you have to kind of appear to be crazy without being like real zany or anything. You have to be kind of subdued, right? But
Well, just-
give the audience, let the audience know that you are.
I think
insane.
it comes through in a number of ways. It's not just in looks. It has to do with your movements, your facial expressions, and how you feel about the person. I'm an actor that always believes in becoming the part, so I really am a little crazy.
Charge the